In today's episode, Romanian law enforcers attacked Ukrainian border guards. What other incidents were there during the International Rapid Trident 2019 exercises? Smokes for every taste. Border guards seized a batch of hookah mixes in Transcarpathia. Migrants work in mysterious ways. What did the Cubans forget on the Ukrainian-Belarusian border? Every year, the Yavoriv training ground in Lviv welcomes guests to observe large-scale military exercises, which have become traditional. Rapid Trident 2019 was equally a large-scale as the previous one. Over 600 vehicles and almost 4,000 troops from 14 countries came to the international training. Ukrainian border guards also were present during these exercises. This feels like real combat, like real training and real teamwork with other countries. I enjoy it. So what incited such genuine emotions of the participants of these exercises? It was the critical situations that required immediate decision-making, as well as rapid and well-coordinated response. The trials of the troops began at the border. Even though the checkpoint was conditional and not real, the situation was quite common. Many young drunk teenagers tried to cross the border. Such infractions of the law require a radical response.
Затримали їх і відвезли на фільтрацію.
The persons were detained and filtration measures will be conducted in order to determine where they will be sent next.
Куди вони там далі будуть йти.
The actions of the border guards were evaluated by an instructor who compared them with last year's exercises. They have learned from their mistakes. They did their homework, and I saw that they took the right positions. It should be noted that the exercise planners worked very hard. All situations were as close as possible to real conditions. The secret of the success of any operation is good coordination. Absolutely different countries have gathered here, but we can easily overcome the differences in culture and language, since we have a good grasp of the language of military tactics. This is why exercises like Rapid Trident are important. Border guards set up camp near the conditional border. They put up the defense infrastructure and were carrying on with their service. Moreover, provocations were not ruled out. Eventually, the camp was attacked by members of illegal armed groups. This role was assumed by the Romanian military forces.
Пішов артобстріл. Воїни вийшли з укриттів, зайняли бойові позиції.
There was an artillery strike. The troops took positions and waited for their next move. The commander began fighting the enemy back from where the threat was coming. Next was improvisation.
А далі вже пішла імпровізація, і ми її всі бачимо.
All in the best traditions of Hollywood action movies. There was more dramatism. One of the two sides gained their upper hand over the other. All was real, but the rounds were blank. Tired but smiling, Ukrainians and Romanians shake hands and thank each other for the friendly sparring. We destroyed their armored personnel carrier and retreated without losses. I think victory was ours. Most of the border guards who took part in the exercises went through a trial by fire in the Donbass. For this reason, the troops of NATO member countries gladly adopt the experience of their Ukrainian colleagues.
Ділимося своїм досвідом, тому що
We share our experience because we're a country at war. Our troops are willing to share their knowledge and experience with our partners.
розділяють з нашими партнерами.
It was the most developed republic of Latin America in the mid-1950s. Luxury holidaymakers called it another Las Vegas. The per capita income here was 2 times higher than the indicators in Italy and Spain at that time. Moreover, it was on this island that the concept of gender equality was established in the 1940s. But the present-day Cuba hardly resembles the former island of liberty. The revolution brought communism, comandante, and food stamps here. It is not surprising that the Cubans are trying to leave their homeland in every possible way. They're seeking a better life. You would never think that this is on the Ukrainian-Belarus border. The round-the-world trip of the travelers ended 50 meters from the finish line. The family of island residents were detained by Ukrainian law enforcers. The illegal migrants confessed that they wanted to get to the EU countries in this way. Ironically, having crossed almost the entire planet, the Cubans will have no choice but to return to their home on the Island of Liberty. Next in the program, who has a sharper sense of smell and a stronger grip? Border guards determined the most adept and devoted four-legged assistant. Smokes for every taste. Border guards seized a batch of hookah mixes in Transcarpathia. There's nothing unusual for these participants of a competition. Everything is just as it is in real life. Vehicles, luggage, passengers, and the search for forbidden goods. You won't fool this trained sense of smell, and here the dog finds something forbidden. The successful operation earned him a favorite toy. This is how the best border guard dog handlers demonstrated what they taught their four-legged friends. Finding explosives, weapons, or drugs is no problem for them, but they need to put their best paw forward at competitions. So the participants passed on obstacle course, followed the trail, and even showed their sharp fangs. The dogs use the last technique only in extreme situations. Detaining and escorting criminals is a separate skill. It seems that someone will be torn to shreds. But wait, the instructor's word is the law. So there's no aggression, there is only strict execution of commands. The winner received the prizes they earned. Dog handlers got cups and medals, and their four-legged friends also got some treats. The title champions will continue doing their job. And they're really good at it. Since the beginning of the year, service dogs have helped detain 487 criminals, 70 kilograms of drugs, almost 300 guns and approximately 7,000 rounds of ammunition on the border. So gentlemen criminals, beware of our border dogs. The mysterious East has given many traditions to the world. Take for example the culture of hookah smoking. Hookah began to be used in India for healing and meditation. Hashish, a pinch of medicinal herbs, some more aromatic spices, and you won't even recall the pain after reaching nirvana. However, today hookah smoking is far from Indian traditions. Tobacco with synthetic additives is unlikely to make you reach nirvana. But it is quite possible that it can lead to cancer. An hour of smoking of hookah harms the human body as much as smoking 100 cigarettes. Its smoke contains carcinogens, heavy metals, and carbon monoxide. But did these things ever stop those who were trying to make a quick buck? Here's an example. The driver of this truck was heading from Ukraine to Romania. The 44-year-old Serb was driving a truck loaded with rubber. However, border guards are well aware that crooked drivers love to keep something interesting near themselves. This is how law enforcers found 50 kilograms of hookah mix in the cab of the trucker. The man stuffed the contraband into every nook and cranny. The border guards seized the goods, and the truck registered in Serbia, which value was estimated at almost 700,000 hryvnias, is also going nowhere.